What doesn't home insurance cover that you should ask for? The two most obvious things are flood insurance and earthquake coverage depending on where you live. There are some other endorsements that may vary in need from state to state. Backup of sewers and drains, law and ordinance, and many others depending on the area of the country and the age of the house and any incidental business exposure you may have. There is no substitute for a good review with a licensed agent. I recommend you compile a list of all your personal belongings to share with the agent and ask about any exclusions or special limitations that may apply. Homeowners insurance is very broad and covers just about all property that is typical to a household. That said, if you have usually high values of items that are not typical to a normal household such as, but not limited to, jewelry, art, antiques, furs, musical instruments, bullion, guns, cash, or professional equipment, bring it to the attention of your agent to see if separate, floater, coverage is necessary. Water backup. This is almost always must be purchased separately as an addendum to your contract. It's very cheap and covers something you are fairly likely to need at some point. It covers damage to floors, walls, furniture, etc. from plumbing issues from drains that aren't working. The only downside to it is that it's often capped at a fairly low payout, maybe $5.10k. So, by itself, it's often not worth the costs of making a claim, deductible plus higher future rates. But, hopefully insurance will also cover the greater repair issue, like maybe replacing your entire sewer drain so then it just makes sure your inside damage gets taken care of as well as insurance covering the repair. Based on the other posts, essentially any kind of flooding, whether it be from internal sources like plumbing failures, i.e. leaking gushing water heater, pipes that get stressed from loose toilet bowls, etc. or external ones, like the ones here on the news i.e. Hurricane Katrina, Harvey, etc. or simply heavy rains or flooding. Flood insurance is a pain in the ass to come by. It is kind of hard to find and I imagine it can be pretty expensive. Not all insurance agencies are qualified to carry it. Good luck and don't buy a house that has a potential of being flooded i.e. in flood zones. Avoid buying a home near an ocean shore, especially along the Gulf of Mexico or anywhere down south in the U.S. A home insurance policy does not cover flood. You can usually buy a national flood insurance policy from the agent who sell the home insurance policy to you. Look out for exclusions. Some home policies will exclude wind and hail, some do not cover for liability, some exclude theft. Be sure to ask about those coverages when purchasing a home policy. Water and drain backup, mold coverage, and if your home was built in the 80s or before, building codes coverage. If you have any expensive artwork, coin collections, gun collections or expensive jewelry, get it appraised, photographed and listed individually on the policy or separately on a personal articles policy.